Hello, Solitude? Been a while. I'm here at these... iron gates? I mean, what would this... I figured that the door is made of iron. I was about to say pearly gates. Anyways, before we deal with our conniving, conning lizard man over in the... I think it's called the Winking Skeeper. I need to find Gerard Germain, because I've collected up a bunch of money. I've slowly been stashing money in my houses across Skyrim, but I collected a bunch of it up. I need to talk to Gerard about training me in speech.
Sorry, I was lost in thought. I'm planning my wedding, you see. So many details to work out.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Hey, Gerard.
Divine, they found it. They actually found it.
What did they find, Gerard?
Riorn's drum. Nobody knows where he died, and therefore where his drum might be. Haldir was the missing link. Riorn entered Haldir's cairn in secret and presumably died there. Now all I need to do is find someone to get it. Wait, you. You could do it. I need you to get me that drum.
Hold on. Who is Riorn, and why is his drum so important? Why do you want it so bad?
You're joking, right? Riorn, only the most famous battle drummer of the Second Age? Well, famous among bards, at least. That drum has been in half a dozen famous battles. It's a priceless artifact. Riorn was always looking for new stories to tell. It seems he was writing a lay about Haldir when he vanished. That was the missing clue.
I'll see what I can do. No promises, though. But, Gerard, the reason why I came looking for you in the first place is, well, you have the gift of the silver tongue, and I'm in need of pointers. Could you spare a few moments?
Well, you've come to the right place.
Start off with 47,000 gold, and I will have almost nothing when this is done. Thank you very much, Gerard. I'll see you in a bit.
I suppose I should return to my papers.
Yeah, you do that. Now, let's, go ahead and level up. Alright, just go ahead and grab some health here. And we'll go ahead and snatch up the last perk in the alteration tree. Here we go. Atronach. Alright, so there's still one perk left in the alteration tree, and that's Mage Armor, but I'm not going to bother with it because I'm using Dragon's Hide. Gerard.
My position, Dean of History, actually covers a wide range of subjects. I teach poetry, writing, history, and the finer points of court life.
That's great and everything, Gerard, but listen, could you give me just a few more pointers?
Well, you've come to the right place.
And we'll just go ahead and spend the rest of it. Oh boy. Started with 40, now I'm at 12,000. Thank you very much, Gerard.
Always good to talk to a fellow bard.
Yeah. Jeez, 4,000 for a training session. I'm up to level 83 with speech, which means that I can only train with him a total of 7 more times, because I think you have to do the... I think you can only train up to 90, and then the last 10 levels to 100, you have to do yourself. There's no training to get there, so...
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over.
Will do.
So, what do we have here? Let me guess. By your scent, I'd say you were from the guild. But that can't be true, because I told Mercer I wouldn't deal with them anymore.
You know very well what this is about, Gollum. I'm here about Golden Glow Estate.
I don't deal in land or property. Now, if you're looking for goods, you've come to the right person.
I don't have time for games. You'd best cut the act right now. God, you'll lie.
Oh, wait. Did you say Golden Glow Estate? My apologies. I'm sorry to say I know very little about that, bee farm, was it?
You acted as the broker for the new owner, trying to get it away from Maven Blackbriar. What was your game? Why'd you do it?
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I can't be expected to remember every deal I handle.
Listen, Gollum, I'm gonna give you one opportunity to do this the nice way. You start remembering who the buyer is, and we'll start forgetting about your transgressions against the guild. Savvy.
All right. Had I known this deal would bring me this much trouble, I never would have accepted the gold. I was approached by a woman who wanted me to act as the broker for something big. She flashed a bag of gold in my face and said all I had to do was pay Arangoth for the estate. I brought in the coin and walked away with her copy of the deed.
And what was her motivation? Why did she say she was doing it?
Not at all. I tend not to ask too many questions when I'm on the job. I'm sure you understand. However, I did notice she was quite angry, and it was being directed at Mercer Frey.
Keep going. There's definitely more of it. What was her name? Don't tell me you didn't get it.
In this business, we rarely deal in names. Our identity comes from how much coin we carry.
Gollum, you're holding back on me. I have no reason to believe you're not withholding information. What are you not telling me?
Look, that's all I know. I never promised you I'd have all the answers. Now, since our transaction is done, I'll be on my way.
Huh. Guess I'm gonna have to tail him.
What was that?
Oh, God. I'm so scared of getting caught, mostly because I've got this sticking point when it comes to the Thieves Guild. That it's like, no, don't get caught. And admittedly, the damage that you suffer for, like, getting caught, or just killing everybody, is really not that big of a deal. Because there's so much money that you can make in this game through so many methods, that it's like, who cares that I went, that as a thief, I went in to the quest, where I'm not supposed to kill anybody, and I just killed everybody. Because I don't fail the quest, like, the penalty is so blah. Also, what's up with Gollum over here? It looked like he keeps seeing me, which is really strange, because as I was talking to him out back in the Winking Skeever, his eyes were going in different directions. It was like he had a lazy eye. Almost like he had a Gollum eye. No, that is not what his name means, obviously, but still, Gollum can see through frickin' rocks. He has eyes in the back of his damn head. It's really annoying. He keeps seeing me. Makes no sense. Also, you know what? This warehouse for the East Empire Company, whom was strangely missing in Oblivion. They were in Morrowind. They had a place in Ebonheart, I believe. I believe they owned Ebonheart, actually, on the island of Vardenfell in the game Morrowind. But yeah, the East Empire Trading Company was in Morrowind. It wasn't in Oblivion, strangely, despite the fact that there were shipping ports in the Imperial City, and now they're here in Skyrim. It's just odd. Maybe they were in Oblivion and I just don't remember, or I didn't see them. Either way, my point is this cave. It's freaking amazing. But at the same time, it makes me wonder about the structural integrity of Solitude above. Looks like Gollum's gone down into his little grotto. Look at that, he sees through boards! It's ridiculous, he sees through the floorboards. Alright, anyway, we'll go after Gollum in a bit. I wanna go searching for the other stuff that is in this cave. Specifically, the stuff for the Litany of Larceny quest. Man, I thought that my sneak skill had leveled up a lot more than that. I really am leaning on a crutch with the muffle spell. But I question whether or not, I question the structural integrity of the City of Solitude, given the fact that it's built on a stone arch, like a natural stone arch, including the frickin' Blue Palace, and then the fact that there's this huge cave underneath the city. Which raises the question about Blackreach as well. Blackreach is this enormous cave that is like underneath almost, I want to say, a quarter of the entirety of Skyrim, and you have to wonder how long before that cave just kind of caves in, because that's not a small. That's not a worming network of caves. That is an enormous cavern, you know, with very few supports in the middle of it. I can only imagine that Blackreach would probably collapse in on itself before long as well. Of course, then again, they don't really make a very clear case for how far down the lifts go. Like, there are all of those elevators or lifts. Stupid guards, gotta wait on them. There's no indication for how far those lifts go down that allow easy and quick access to Blackreach, which raises the question, maybe it's structurally sound because it's a cave that's far enough down that the likelihood of it collapsing is kind of nil. Then again, with a cavern that large, I find that hard to believe. But I don't know. It's all conjecture on my part. All conjecture on my part. Alright, so obviously Gollum has got a smuggling grotto set up. Maybe it's his, maybe it's not his. But obviously he makes use of it, so let's go ahead and... Side of Brinewater. Brinewater Grotto sounds familiar. Confront Gollum. Alright, so I guess that means that the guys back here are indeed smugglers. I'm taking it to mean that I can kill everybody in here because I'm sick of sneaking. I mean, this is not a sneak character that I've got built here. So let's just get our armor on, and we'll go ahead and take on ye old screwballs that are up here, chatting about needing, you know, one more good haul, and, you know, need the good imported stuff, the skooma.
Wizards. Now that. What was that? Just a surprise.
Yep, bandits. Indeedy do. Bandits. Listen, pal. I need to fill my black soul gem. You are the one who's going to do it. Oh. Well, that didn't work. I guess, well, like either the soul gem is full or I screwed up there. I'll figure that out later. I don't want to bore you guys with more inventory management than I already do, because that's one thing that I think is it's a give and a take in regards to Skyrim and all of the Elder Scrolls games and the Fallout games as well at this point. It's the fact that there's so much inventory management. Like I remember whenever I first picked up Oblivion, which was my first Elder Scroll game, and just it blew my mind, one, that there were no boundaries. You have to remember, you know, back in the early days of 2006, that was a really big deal. But the fact that it was like, no, it's an open world game, and there are no boundaries, like there are no walls, you just keep walking. And sooner or later, you'll hit a point where it's like, yeah, you can't go any further, or no, that's just the endless ocean in front of you, and you can't swim out there, so... but man... I remember the game not only blowing my mind for the fact that it was like, you're kidding me, I can just walk out into the countryside and that's it? But I also remember being just like, I remember having my mind just completely blown by the fact that it's like, what do you mean that there are all of these individual, like, cups and mugs and plates on all the tables and I can pick them up and take them if I want, but I don't have to and they're completely useless? Like they're just there to flesh it, to make the world seem more interactive, or just the concept blew my mind because I had never seen anything like that. Up until that point, it was like, no, if I'm playing a game and I see a plate on a table, that's like, oh jeez, I think there was a, if any of you remember Strong Bad, which was an internet thing, they had like a dungeon mock-up game, like a text-based only game, where you walk into a room and it's like there are these directions and then there's a table with a bottle on it, and if you try to grab the table, if you try to grab the bottle, the game is like, well, you can't get the bottle, and if you ask why, then the game answers, well, because it's bolted to the table and the table is bolted to the floor and the dungeon, you know what, never mind, you know, type thing. And that's basically the way that old games worked. It was like, no, you can't take the bottle off of the table. That's part of the table. So just to move from that lifelong experience of like, yeah, the stuff on the table is part of the table. You can't pick it up. To move from that to, no, you can pick everything up off the table. What purpose does it serve? None. None whatsoever. It's just like, it's plates on a table. What do you expect it to do? But the fact that you could take it, like, just... What are you talking about? I can't... This is witchcraft! This is the most interactive game I've ever played. I can pick up the useless random junk off of the table. And admittedly, a lot of games don't allow you to do that. I mean, there are games that are like, yeah, the stuff is on, like, the plates will... What the... Oh my God, it's a dog. Alright, Fido. Get out of here. I mean, there are plenty of games that allow the stuff to be, like, shoved off of the table. Like, I remember when Metal Gear Solid 2 came out, and that game was like, oh my god, you can break the bottles and the flatware on the tables? What? But yeah, I mean, it was mind-blowing to move, to be able to interact with stuff where it's like, no, that's something that you can poke and prod at, and it's not just like a solid, indestructible piece of the game. So it was amazing whenever you could interact with the stuff, and then, you know, playing Oblivion, it's just like, oh my god, I can actually pick the stuff off the table. That's incredible. Like, I've never run into that before. And I know that a lot of games out there, they allow you to have physics interactions with stuff in the world without being able to pick it up, but still, just, ow, jeez. Freaking bear traps nipping at my heels. I'm surprised that the dog didn't eat it. Oh, it was always triggered somehow. Anyway. Just mind-blowing. And, you know, I think that the Elder Scrolls and the Fallout franchise at this point are unique in that regard, that they can very easily do that. Not that they do it easily, but more the fact that they actually do that. That it's like, yeah, you can take stuff up off the table, and there are very few games that allow you to do that level of micro interaction. And
I heard something.
Yeah, you did. It's me. Your
Like a bite
death.
of a flea.
Yep, a deathly flea bite. Most people don't know that it can kill you, but we all learn our lessons sooner or later. But, man. I don't... what the... Listen, douchebag. You frickin' idiot. I do not have time for your shit. How many of these assholes are there? You know what? I'm just gonna take all of it because I'm not getting an enormously amazing haul out of this dungeon. Although, just wait, I haven't emptied the boss chest here yet.
Is someone there?
Well, there's Gollum Eye.
Time to end this little game.
Yep, you're right. Time to end this game. Called your face. Alright, there we go. Okay, what do you got on you? Ooh. Reasonable. Alright. Gollum? Gollum Eye, come here.
Now there's no need to do anything rash. This isn't as bad as it seems. I was gonna tell Mercer about everything, honestly. Please, he'll have me killed.
You're gonna start talking right now, Gollum. And based on what I hear, it's gonna change whether or not I cut you down where you stand. Now get that tongue of yours moving before I cut it out.
Alright. It's Carlia. Her name is Carlia.
Carlia? Who in the name of Dagon is that? You're saying it like I should know who it is.
Mercer never told you about her? Carlia is the thief responsible for murdering the previous guildmaster, Gallus. Now she's after Mercer.
This character killed the last guildmaster, and you thought it was a good idea to start helping her.
Help? No. Look, I didn't even know it was her until after she contacted me. Please, you have to believe me.
And where is this Carlia right now?
I don't know. When I asked her where she was going, she just muttered, "Where the end began." Here, take the Golden Glow estate deed as proof. And when you speak to Mercer, tell him I'm worth more to him alive.
You hold up, I'm not done with you.
You needed to know more?
Yes. You'll know when I'm done with you, Gollum Eye. First off, I'm keeping this deed. You'll never see it again.
Consider it a gift to ensure your silence. That thing seems to be bringing me nothing but trouble anyway. Carlia didn't even want it. She wanted to keep the sale a secret. I could see how well that went.
And why did she purchase Golden Glow Estate in the first place? What was she after?
I asked her the same thing, and she wouldn't come out and tell me. But now that I know who she is, I'd say she's trying to hit the Thieves Guild where it hurts.
What's the calculus on that?
Maven Blackbriar needs Golden Glow's honey for her mead. She's been using the guild to keep the estate under her thumb. If the owner cuts the guild out of the picture, he's cutting Maven out of the picture, which she can't afford. If I was Maven, I'd blame the guild for weakening and not being able to handle the place.
That's what we thought. make Maven lose faith in the guild.
Exactly. For the guild to survive, they need Maven's support. This Carlia must have spent a lot of time and resources planning this.
Well, Gollum, it looks like you've managed to snake your way out of another tight situation. You've convinced me that you're worth more alive than dead, so I'm going to keep quiet about your little scam here. But make no mistake, you owe me. The next time you see my face, you better be ready to kiss my boots for the fact that I'm not getting rid of you. Which, trust me, that's exactly what Mercer would want if he knew what you've been up to here.
Now you're speaking my language. Tell you what, if you need any stolen goods fenced, you bring them to me, and I'll pay you good money for them. Consider me your new friend in the north.
Don't try to get cozy with me, Gollum. Friends we are not. But I'm certain I'll be seeing more of you in time.
Now you won't forget to tell Mercer I cooperated, will you?
Oh, thank God, out of that dank cave. Twin moons. Ooh, what's this? Alright, well, that was a plenty active event. I've got some stuff that I have to give, I have that shipping map. I completely forgot about that shipping map that I picked up. Oh! I'm out near the Solitude Lighthouse. I know exactly where I am. The Dainty Sloat is right over the hill. Well, let's go ahead and grab this Nern route, and I'm not certain where I want to head next. I could head back to Riften. Then again, I could also head back to the College of Winterhold and Septimus Cygnus. I've got his lexicon. Well, regardless, there's still plenty left to do.